Good evening, everybody. We are back. It is Saturday night, and you know what that means. It's time to sit back, relax, and play a little bit of D&D with my buddies. How is everyone?
Oh yeah,
wonderful.
Awesome.
Living the dream.
Well, I've absolutely nothing prepared for tonight. No intro, no witty remarks, no bad jokes or anything like that. So let's, as opposed to that, let's just go around the table, introduce all the players. I'll give you a chance to introduce who you're playing. So give us race, class, and we'll just move on from there. But before we get onto that, I want to say a huge shout out to everyone in the chat who's already watching this live stream. Thank you guys. You are what make Crit and Miss keep chugging along. Your support means everything to us. It is phenomenal and we love you. Luke, I see that you're in the chat. Thanks for joining us. Nathan, I see you're in the chat. Thanks for joining us. Froths, Saxy Aussie. We're all there.
Coin.
And Tiz Coin, that's Luke. So
sweet.
thanks for joining us. Let's get into some D&D action. But first of all, let's introduce some players. Let's go across the screen, left to right. Zell, you are up, my friend.
Wonderful as always. Happy to be here. Enjoying a Saturday night in definitely not my own room, so propped up on the end of a motel bed at the moment. I'll be playing Zalesh tonight, who is a lizard folk monk and who is here for a good time, but as usual, probably not a long time. So looking forward to seeing what Mark's got up his sleeves this time. So
Yeah.
Slaves? What slaves? You can see right up my sleeves.
no one needs to see up your sleeves.
You really can't expect your character to have a very long life expectancy. It's just par for course with Tales from the Rogues-Light Tavern.
Except for seemingly Bryce.
Yeah, except for Bryce, who keeps getting saved. Bryce is like the Aethera of Tales from the Rogues-Light Tavern. Just somehow manages to make it
This is true. This is true.
All right, let's skip me and go straight to the next guest. DC, thanks for coming back, man.
Happy to be back. Got a new character on board tonight. Playing Andros Brushwater, who is a barbarian artificer. Also looking to be here for a good time, but not a long time. He likes to heal, so we might last a little bit longer than usual.
A barbarian artificer. I don't think I've ever heard of that particular mixture of classes before. What drew you to barbarian artificer?
I wanted the challenge of creating a barbarian support make. So I've got a 5-level barbarian who's got a little bit of shell shock from the war, and he wanted to heal his comrade. So yeah, we've got a little bit of an interesting build here, and let's see if it works. It probably won't.
I dig it, man. I dig it. It's. I can guarantee you right now. I guarantee it. This is the first time anyone in the whole world has ever played a barbarian artificer. Challenge me on it.
I mean, it could be. It actually could be. I thought the paladin artificer I've built up, I've made as one of my backups for Out of the Abyss was a bit gnarly, but this guy, I don't know.
That's what we do at Crit Miss. We innovate. We are at the head of the charge. We're coming up with all the things that no one else is brave enough to do. So I appreciate it, man. Thank you for bringing such a wild character to the table. I cannot wait to see how that works out. Probably better than the character I made, but let's move on. Grace, thank you for coming back again.
It's okay. I have to come back. I'm invested in this now.
You do. It's part of your contract. You signed a 6-year contract, so unfortunately you have to.
And it was in blood, and it's like a pact with the devil, I just feel like if I go back on that, I'm kind of going to be unalived.
Sven,
I'm a uni student, so
Stockholm.
Sven, you weren't supposed to use that blood for those contracts.
Yeah, but she gets Eldritch Blast, so it's okay.
What was it for then?
Yeah, it's totally fine.
Look,
that was for the bro. It was for the summoning.
If I don't
not
get
for
to
random
make
contracts
use
with warlocks
of my infernal puzzle box, okay? Have you seen those things? Have you seen how much fun they are? All right, I
Yeah,
wanted to
right.
make use of that thing. It was just sitting in my corner, gathering dust. I needed some soul to put in there, and no one was going to give up their soul except for Grace. So you know what? Thank you, Grace. I appreciate it.
Bro, you should have asked. I've got a spare.
You got a spare
Look,
soul.
but you're gonna. But here's the thing, Sven. I wasn't totally honest with you. You
Okay.
are going to need to get in line. There are several other deities that are coming for my soul as well. I'm gonna be really honest with you. I have several eldritch gods that I've also sold my soul to. So you're going to get only a portion of it. I apologize.
All right,
Yeah,
I've
so-
got a
I
see,
good
was
that-
very
lawyer.
upfront about that.
I'll make
That's
it
where
work.
you should have done what I did in high school, Grace, and buy a bunch off of people that want your cigarettes.
This is true.
And so then all of the packs I've made, I've just handed off someone else's soul. I've still
you're
got mine.
a chain smoker.
I should
Yeah.
have thought about this. I'm not very smart, and how am I going to get them across the border, though? Have you guys seen border security? Maybe I should just buy them really cheap in China and bring them over, and then sell them like that.
They're cigarettes.
Yeah. Do
Yeah.
I look like I'm old enough to buy cigarettes to you, Mark?
I mean, true. No, not really. You look about 12.
No, exactly. I know. I get ID'd all the time. It's not fun.
I thought we were still talking about souls. I imagined you going to China to pick up a few souls and then bring them back across the border, and the
No.
border security
we
pulls you up.
We trade cigarettes for souls with people who are too stupid to know any better, right? We give them the
Yeah.
cigarettes, we get the souls, and then
This
we can
is
use
how
the
it
souls
works.
to trade with the Eldritch.
I think
Eldritch
we're
thing.
Lucrative.
We're getting a little bit sidetracked.
Grace,
Yeah.
who are you playing tonight?
I will be playing Bryce Fendra. She is a squishy wishy paladin that is not squishy wishy. She's just morally squishy wishy. She is this close to becoming an Oathbreaker because her goddess sucks. Yeah. That's pretty much
That's
the gist of it.
a wonderful.
Oh, dear.
A wonderful instruction. She's a squishy wishy paladin who's not squishy wishy at all. Just with her, with
Yeah.
her morals. I don't know. It kind of sounds like you're introducing me.
There's nothing wrong with being morally adjustable.
That's right.
She's just sick of Athena's bullshit. She wants I think we all are. I mean, I think I speak for myself when I say she wants a god that is actually gonna help her instead of just being like, here's the sword, figure it out. And cheers.
Oh, I really hope you try and cast a spell tonight.
Hey, this is all out of game, so she can say whatever she wants until
I
we get
know.
started.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah, but
speaking.
you're forgetting the DM is omnipotent and stretches through multiple realms of reality, including this one.
That's good for you. That sounds fantastic. When have I ever been nice to
great.
you before a game? I was literally burning you all through the last Rogues-Light, and Bryce is still here.
That's right, guys.
I know.
And
I know.
for those who are watching, I am now going to start recording our little pre-game warm-ups. I've done that tonight, and we're going to make that part of our Patreon subscription thing, whatever you call it. We're going to save some of those up when the Patreon goes live. If you're a Patreon subscriber, you can sit down and watch all the weird antics that we get up to before a game goes live. Talking about weird antics, I guess I should introduce myself as well. I am Sven. I am the founder of Crit and Miss, and tonight I am going to be playing Isra, the Bride of Darkness, Ananetska, the Tiefling Warlock. And I guess that's everyone. I don't have to introduce anyone else.
I mean, no one of importance anyway.
No one of importance. That's everyone.
That's
Everyone that. Oh, okay. All right. Jesus, look at that. I can't say no to that face. All right. I guess I got one more person to introduce
mean.
tonight. He is, in fact, the person in control of the action, so I should probably be a little bit nicer to him. He is, of course, Mark Hillman from Mark Hillman Music. Over to
Hey,
you,
guys.
my good friend.
Thanks, buddy. All right, so we're gonna try and get straight into it this session. We've had a fair bit more roleplay in the early parts of earlier sessions than was ever intended for this campaign, but you know what? That's great because it's turning into something more than I intended, which I'm really happy with. But without any further ado, wait, I almost forgot something. I would like to point out that over here, this way. I was pointing. That's off screen. This way. If you look over there, we didn't make him up. Zell actually exists. He is a real boy.
Well, real's questionable.
Yeah, well, are any of us real?
I mean,
Alright.
to be fair, it obviously says something about my intent to be here because I've actually gotten mildly dressed for this evening. So it has not happened on a previous Rogues-Light, so you should all be really thankful.
When you say
Thank you,
mildly
Zal.
dressed, does that mean you're not wearing pants?
Well, I'm going to transition if we need to have a break.
Pants are optional.
This is a crit and miss stream, right? Like, I mean, we aren't supposed to.
I feel like I should probably make that the crit and miss tagline. Crit and miss. Pants are optional. Put that up on
I'll-
the
I mean,
It might give people the wrong idea, but you know
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
we should change the rating on the stream then.
If the
Well,
controversy brings more,
It's already M-rated.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Was it a Patreon or an OnlyFans you wanted to start?
Look, whatever brings in the money, man. I'm open to just about anything at this point.
Yes, no.
If I can
Okay.
take my pants
Honestly,
off,
with
I'll do
the-
it.
And on that note,
Has anyone tuned into the chats at Out of the Abyss? Like, they are seriously
They
getting, with the way they're going, like,
I know we're terrible. We're all terrible human beings.
we're scared.
Anyway,
Yeah.
speaking of terrible human beings, one of them is currently fleeing for her life from like horrible, mysterious creatures from beyond the stars with her compatriots that are some of which are nearly dead. So anyway, let's commence with the usual little bit of an intro, just in case there are some that haven't been here before. There are stories of a tavern that lies nestled in a grove deep within a dense forest, contained within a pocket dimension of which nobody knows the true origins. Time is meaningless in this place, twisting around on itself like a serpent consuming its own tail. Its stories echo across the plains and indeed the multiverse, for all roads lead to the Rogues-Light Tavern. Run by former adventurers and partners in wine and sometimes crime, Gavin Roguesbane and Farron Lightwood, who were among a number of adventuring party who first discovered the mysterious nature of this place, back when it was nothing but an empty ruin, with a single flight of stairs that descend into the ground. These stairs lead to an immense underground labyrinth, ancient, uncharted, mystically charged, and forever changing. Many a band of brave adventurers have attempted to plunder its depths, but surely such a place must contain untold marvels, vast riches, and opportunities for fame and glory. There are few, however, who made their way back to the surface to tell the tale. Those that do usually return either filthy rich, permanently crippled, or batshit insane. Sometimes all three. One thing is certain. If you wish to survive, you had best heed the tales from the Rogues-Light Tavern. Now tonight, we'll be picking up from where we left off last time, after our heroes fled from an overwhelming onslaught of the Starfallen Blight. Strange alien creatures from beyond the skies, seemingly emerging without number from a meteor that had fallen into the forest near the Rogues-Light Mead Hall. Check out previous episodes to find out what's going on with that. The nature of said meteor was unlike anything the adventurers had ever encountered before, projecting a strange sphere of otherworldly darkness that expands steadily, the otherworldly blight emerging from the shroud at random to strike at our heroes. No matter how many foes the party cut down, more seemed to replace them, growing larger and more powerful with each new wave. After a narrow escape in which Locke Krogar, party barbarian, sacrificed himself to a hulking mass of translucent purple flesh and onyx bones to buy the time needed for his companions to withdraw safely. For this sacrifice, Locke's essence shall forever be enshrined in the Rogues-Light Mead Hall, and he shall eternally be known as Locke Krogar, Hulk Smasher. Unfortunately, despite fighting bravely, Oren, the Far-Ganassi monk, had to be carried away, hanging onto the world of the living by the merest of threads. His wounds, seeping with black ichor and blood, threatened to sever that thread, and despite the holy ministrations and divine magic of Bryce, the party's paladin, Oren did not seem to be recovering. Although she was able to stabilize him, at least temporarily, Bryce secured Oren's unconscious form to the back of Alec, her trusty Pegasus, and instructed him to return Oren to the mead hall and come back with reinforcements. Grace, could you give us a description of what Bryce looks like as she's, trying to heal Oren, maybe not succeeding, and getting frustrated as she may with Athena and then securing him, but mainly what she looks like.
So, Bryce she's quite, short, like, sort of, like, a little bit shorter. She has got platinum blonde hair, blue eyes, and she is just covered in this adamantium armor. But I guess the most notable feature of Bryce would be this sword on her back. It definitely does not look like your average sword. For anyone who's wanting to know what it is specifically, it is a crystal dragon horn sword. It's really super rare sword that you would not come by often. And it definitely does not look like something someone of, I guess, her level would have. Looks very ethereal, godlike. And it's just like, it used to be very reverently taken care of. Like there would never a moment of rest be Bryce polishing this sword. But lately it's been a little bit, crispy, I guess you could say. There's still a little bit of blood and ichor left on it, and normally Bryce would be wiping it straight off, but it's just sort of strapped to her back. And she's just violently trying to heal this person, almost like how you see in like Grey's Anatomy, where she's just like putting her hands together and like clear, and then and then it's not working, and she's like, come on, some help would be really nice at this point, and then she's doing it again, probably wasting the rest of her spell slots because it's obviously not working.
Yeah, no worries. Go ahead and mark off the rest of your spell slots for me, and we'll continue.
Yay. Okay.
No, it's flavor spells.
Yeah, flavor spells. That's exactly what it is.
Please mark off your spell slots, all of them.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Are you being serious?
Yes, I am.
Really?
Yes.
But I kind of need those.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
So it's
You need one of those backup characters. Anyway, continuing on. Continuing on. Knowing the strange darkness being exuded by the fallen media must still be expanding, and the aberrant horrors close on their trail, the party kept moving as fast as they could. Before long, they were met on the road by a strange sight. The large sleepy crag cat that had been relaxing by the fire in the meat hall, clad in high-quality studded leather barding and being ridden by a fur-wrapped halfling. DC, could you please describe, is it Anras?
Anaras, yep.
Anaras, that's him.
Yeah, so what you see, depending on how cold this is, I'm fur-wrapped, but I'm from a really cold place.
The Rogues-Light meat hall is surrounded by snow. The area the party is in isn't. It's been, like, the snow's been melted off and the trees have been singed by the proximity to the media landing, but you've just come out of a cold area.
Perfect. So I'm half dressed without having taken off any clothes. Because I talk about, I think winters are cold here. Imagine it back where I'm from. I always have to try and one-up everyone on how cold it is where I live compared to where you live. So I am halfling barbarian. I'm quite tall in stature, 3'4", and got quite a.
Rotha wants to know if you're wearing pants.
I've got some nice pants on for now. Wool lined, got some like big tundra boots as well. I know what I'm doing around the pants and boot department. Not much else, unfortunately. Quite tan skin, light blonde hair. I'm a halfling that looks like he's a little bit angry.
Excellent. Thank you. So the halfling introduces himself as Anras Brushwater, dismounts the crag cat, which in turn introduced himself as Craig, verbally, in common. The pair revealed they had been sent from the mead hall by Farron Lightward with a grave warning of impending doom, to which I imagine some of you might, the DM know, I can imagine the party kind of rolling their eyes at this point, having just retreated from said impending doom. Yeah. But also a message of salvation. Anras relayed the message that Farron claims she was gifted a vision of a holy champion in an abandoned village nearby, a creature of tribal nature whose kin may not understand his gift. The blood of this champion may be the only means of stopping the utter annihilation of everything in this world. With this information, the party set off towards the village, following the directions given to Anras by Farron. As they travelled, I imagine Isra trails along slightly behind the rest of the adventurers, dwelling in her rage at being defeated in the last encounter. Sven, could you describe Isra for us?
Yeah, as Isra is travelling on foot, you can just see there's just like a look of seething rage on her face, and it's building and it's building and it's building, and she stops, and she just suddenly, just out of nowhere, just casts an eldritch blast towards the tree. She's like, "Nohoi Gatska!" And you look towards her, and she is a dusky red-skinned tiefling woman. She's slim. She's wearing a black corset, but over the top of that is like a fur coat with the fur that pretty much almost obscures her entire neck. Like you can't even see her neck because of like all the big fluffy fur that she's wearing. And she's got like tight leather pants and like this prehensile tail, which is like whips behind her as she's walking along. And you can see she's got a pair of small back-swept horns, which are covered by like a head of dark hair with like rivulets that fall in front of her face. She's not carrying any weapons on her at this point. All that she has that sort of stands out is just where a wedding ring would be, is this absolute it's like a band of absolute darkness. If you look towards it, you're not looking at like an obsidian ring or something like that. It just looks like it's just a black hole, like a void of space. That's what you see.
Nice one. So now, as you arrive in this village, long since abandoned, its stone buildings are still intact, but crumbling in places from lack of maintenance. The ground is littered with pieces of stone, broken wood, rotting leaves, and all manner of debris. Isra, you feel a fathomlessly cold shiver, and a familiar voice whispers in your ear. It seems you and your friends could use some help, my love. The rage that fills you suddenly feels like it's bursting forth, though you can't move for a moment. Everyone else can feel a palpable heat emanating from you. The feeling subsides after a few seconds, and your ability to move returns also. Somehow, you all feel rejuvenated and ready to face whatever challenges may lie ahead. Everyone can apply a long rest to their character sheet and replenish all spell slots and hit points at this point in time and abilities.
Except for you, Bryce, you don't get your spells back. You're not allowed to have any spells in combat.
Yeah, you take a level of exhaustion.
I will rage quit. I will do it.
Remember you said that, DC.
Quick shout out to
I refuse to.
Q12. Hello, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Nice to have
Hey.
you all the way from upstate central New York.
Nice one. Good morning.
Oh,
Woohoo.
New York, New York, it's a hell of a
Alright.
town.
All right.
come join the mayhem.
Yeah, right. This should be
Yes.
fun. So, we've just dropped into the adventure. People, the party has just arrived in this abandoned little town. We've done all the little intro things. So now you guys find yourselves on what was once a main street, with a small square ahead of you to the north. Can I get everyone to roll me a perception check, please?
All right, it's getting started. Perception. So that is a gentleman's or a gentle lady's 15 for Isra.
15, excellent.
That is a 3.
Oh, I also rolled a 3, but I have a +3, so it becomes a 6.
Aha. And
I
we
have nothing.
and nothing from you yet, Zell.
I know. I'll just sit here quietly with all my friends.
Yeah, excellent. All right, so, can I also get a nature check from you, Isra?
Ooh, a nature check. All
Yes.
right, let's roll a nature check as well. Not gonna lie, this is not Isra's strong suit, so a 12 for 11.
Okay,
What does an 11 win me?
nothing.
Oh,
So, you can hear the sounds of several voices echoing in the distance. One sounds kind of plaintive, while the other multiple voices are snarling and aggressive. Can any of you speak Draconic?
I don't believe I can. We got a lizard folk here, don't we? They should be able to speak Draconic.
He's not with you right now.
Oh, well, that makes it more difficult then.
I mean, you're correct. He can. But
So none of the three of you can speak Draconic? Okay.
Common halfling for me.
Common,
Alright,
deep
so you
speech,
can-
and infernal.
So Isra, and none of the rest of you can see any of this. You can't even really hear anything. It's all Isra's just seems to be on alert and picking this up. So you can hear the voices, and you can kind of see in the distance several humanoid creatures gathered around some kind of dais in the center of the square. They appear to be reptilian in nature. Like you can see green skin and scales and tails. But that's about all you can make out at this point. What do you guys want to do?
Can I just say, name of the episode, Green Skin, Scales and Tails.
Much better than my usual clean skin tails and nails.
Zell,
Hello.
could you please describe to me what the what the reptilian creature on the dais looks like?
I'm assuming that's me, so that should be easy to describe. Otherwise, I will make up your characters for you as we go, if you like.
No.
Zalesh is a rather laid-back looking lizard. He's probably of average height, around 6 foot. Dusky green in colour. He wears a long black robe that is clearly too long for him, but it was what was available at the time. He's extremely skinny, almost to the point of being gaunt, but has a certain level of laid-back swagger about him. Perhaps he's, one that enjoys some herbal motivation from time to time, and he's just a little too laid back for his own good.
That's why he speaks Draconic, because he occasionally chases the purple dragon, right?
Well, you just need to communicate in a way that they understand. And if you don't speak the same tongue, then sometimes there's other ways to talk.
That's right, through violence.
Yes. Speaking of violence, you can see that this one particular creature that has just been described is being held to this dais by 3 of the 4 other creatures like it, and one of them is standing over him, kind of saying something in a language you don't understand, with a really large, jagged knife made of bone. So yes, what would you guys like to do?
All right, first things first. What I want to know
Hang on,
Oh.
1 second. 1 second. Let's do an important thing so you know what's going on around you. And
let's take it to
move
the
on
map.
over, shall we? Yes.
Oh, fun.
For those people who just joined us,
it
we
is.
are using Above VTT for our virtual tabletop map tonight for your
Yes, we
viewing
are.
pleasure.
For the purposes of what you can see and what you can't, I have revealed some of the maps so far. I'll reveal more as we go. Light level, it was dark when you left, so I'm still considering it to be dark, but the space you're in is reasonably small. But I'm going to assume that everyone's dark vision covers the entire space, so you don't have to worry how far you can see. You just have to worry if you have line of sight or not.
You can
For the
merely
purpose
see in
of
the
this
darkness.
map.
I married it.
So we have I've switched to everyone VTT. Let's yes. I'm just going to wait for it to pull. I want to see what you can see, so let's wait for the stream to catch up. Here we go. Yep, excellent. That is perfect. That is exactly what I was hoping would come up. Yay, I'm getting used to how to work this thing. Alright, so that's what you can see in front of you. There's the lay of your land. Like I said, there's a lot of debris and stuff scattered around the buildings are a bit, crumbling in disrepair. The trees are all have a similar kind of deadness to what they had in the area around the crater.
Alright, okay. So, a couple questions. First of all, these lizard folk thing that we see standing around this well, they don't know we're here, right? As far as we can tell?
No, they are completely absorbed in what they're doing at this point.
Very good. Second,
So much so that you might get the feeling that if you were to attempt to sneak up on them, you might have a certain advantage to do so.
well, I mean, we have a heavily armored paladin, and we have a... What's it? Anaras? What are you wearing exactly?
I've got pants on. Maybe
Okay.
not for the whole
to
fight,
know,
but at least at the start.
At least for the beginning. Look, pants are optional. But I will, well, I guess Israel will sidle up to Bryce with a certain look of discontent on her face, put her arm around Bryce's shoulder, and look towards her and say, well, you're supposed to be leader here, big shiny knight and everything. What do you think that we should do? We have advantage, shall we take it? I hardly believe that lizard folk is going to be champion that we came here for.
When we're elected leader of this party, I'm slightly confused. I thought you were the leader. You're kind of a demon and everything, so I just sort of assumed that on hierarchy standing, I mean, you are sort of a queen, so it's...
I'm sorry.
Sort of guessed.
I will point out that
find-
Bryce was the one given the mission by Farron.
I find that very offensive.
This is true.
I am not a demon, I am of infernal bloodline. But you were one given quest, no? If you would like me to be leader, I would be happy to do so.
No, it would seem that the omnipotent DM has reminded me that in fact I was the one given the quest. So, now because she's a paladin, she is in fact the leader of this party, which means I have to make all the decisions. Yeah. So, well, I mean, it seems kind of rude just to sneak up on them. Well, I mean, what the hell? Let's just sneak up on them. What's the worst that could possibly happen?
I have, I think, much funnier idea.
Alright, can I, at this point, Zell, can I get you to roll me a perception check, please?
With pleasure. Dun, 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 dun. Now, I don't want to alarm anyone, but I do have a +6 to this roll.
Excellent.
6 and 9, always a good time. 15.
Nice one. Alright, cool. Just keep that in your back pocket. So yeah, guys, what are you going to do?
Look, can I roll some type of knowledge check on these lizard folk to get a better idea or a gauge on how much of a threat they pose?
Sure. Make me a survival check.
One survival check. Coming up. Not great. 11 for that survival check. I will let everyone know there's currently a bless card on the table, so don't forget, guys, if you want to use that one.
That's
And
right.
everyone in the chat, get redeeming those crit coin. We're gonna need it.
You know you've heard that these creatures can be vicious and territorial, but they seem quite distracted. You're not really sure how much of a threat they would be if they were to get the jump on you, but at this point you think they're probably not much of a threat.
Well, yes. These cold-blooded creatures in this environment do not do very good. Of course, you may take leads, I will follow.
Alright, so you guys stealthing up or just moving up normally?
I defer.
That's... Oh god, don't make me make the decision.
Or I can cast darkness on them.
Let's stealth.
Stealth?
Stealth?
Well, shit, yeah, I think we're stealthing, but the darkness would help since I have a disadvantage. So...
but if I cast darkness
But
on
we
them,
can't
they will
see it.
immediately
Then you
know
can't
we're
see
there,
them.
and you won't be
Yeah.
able to see them
this is true.
Yeah.
until they move
This is
out of
true.
that darkness. But let's us. We will just move forward and just slit throats.
Alright, stealth checks
Before,
first.
oh sorry, we'll do the stealth checks. But just as we're about to leave, I would like to bend down, take a knee,
Ew.
pick up a pinch of dirt, just rub it between my fingers, give it a bit of a sniff, and go, yes, I understand this terrain very well, and I'm going to cast Longstrider on myself.
Aha! Very nice. Excellent. Go
Play
ahead.
with dirt. Don't play with dirt right now. It's no time. We can make sandcastles later. Come, we sneak up, we slit throats, we get the blood we come here for. And Frost Mini's just redeemed another bless.
All right. DC, just checking that you have access to Craig's character sheet and can move him.
I can move him. Let me just check for character sheet. Open stat block. Yes, I do.
All right. Ignore the AC and the HP on the stat block. Just use the rest. That AC and HP are on your actual token. They've been slightly adjusted.
In the extras tab.
No. The extras tab is correct, but if you right-click on Craig and go open monster stat block, it just gives you the basic stat block from a Crag Cat. So his HP and AC have been modified, but everything else is as the stat block.
Yep,
Sweet.
got it. Sounds great.
Awesome. Okay, stealth checks. We got a 14 from Isra, 14 from Anras, and a... Oh, don't forget you have advantage, guys.
Oh, okay.
I forgot. Sorry, I wasn't clear about that. I blended it a little, but you all have advantage.
Oh, there we go. That's better. So 17
Yep.
instead of a 14. Imagine Isra's
18.
wearing like platform shoes, so it might be a little bit difficult. But with
I'll need
advantage-
the same checks from Bryce and from Craig. Bryce, you can roll just the flat roll because you have advantage.
I
Just
got an
take your-
18 anyway.
Nice.
17 or 17? Take your pick.
Ooh, the cat meowed.
Yeah, okay, so Zell, out of the corner of your eye, as you're being pinned down and I imagine probably trying to struggle free or whatever, you catch a flash of white fur, and that draws your attention over in that direction. You don't make out anything else immediately, but you do see something over there. To
Rightio.
south.
Yep. Cool. Is it dark here or is it dim light here?
Dim light.
Okay, dim light's fine. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure if Zell would respond to that because at the moment there's one of his kin with a bone knife to his throat, so that's
Yes.
probably more concerning than a flash of white in the distance.
Yes.
But he would be, just look, I don't know, guys, what shit? I don't know why you want my blood. It's inside me. I'm using it, obviously. But, I mean, surely we can work this. Oh, kitty. But we can probably work this out some other way. And he's just trying to negotiate his way out of it.
The guy wielding the lizard folk wielding the knife, who until yesterday had been one of your closest friends, leans in closely to you and says, "Oh, but it's not okay in there. You're a rare blood, and it'll please Modbane greatly to bring the tribe his favor." And he raises the knife as if he's about to do bad things. At this point, I imagine the party has been approaching, but yes, please, go on.
As that happens then, I will use a bonus action and teleport the fuck away from them.
Ooh, snap! Okay, where would you like to teleport to?
Near the flash of white kitty.
What a useful feature that is.
I thought so too.
Someone didn't read a character sheet properly.
Shadow step.
I won't ask you that.
We
Sean.
only have the best quality DMs at Crit Miss.
So yeah,
Oh, wow.
I will bonus action shadow step 60 feet.
Right, well, immediately you see these guys, and they see you.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Nice kitty. Don't eat me, please. My friends are being mean, and how you guys going tonight? I don't think everything's okay. I'm Celeste. How's it going? I hope you weren't trying to sneak up.
Can I get everyone to roll initiative, please?
Oh,
All right.
damn it.
Level 4.
Initiative it is, I guess.
I'm sorry, did I
That is
spoil the party's plans?
mean.
Oops.
Oh, not good. Not good.
The beauty is, I don't think the party had plans, so I think you actually did the right thing.
No.
Well, there was
Yeah,
a lot
honestly, it
of
was
things
very
I was
helpful.
I could do. I just wanted to gauge the situation, so I wasn't unnecessarily using nukes when I could use a toothpick, so to speak.
Yeah.
Well, I shall bring
so-
the situation to you.
At this stage, the lizard men, or the lizard folk that Zell has just teleported away from, all turn and look in your direction, hissing. And the one with the great big bone knife sort of like puts it down on the dais and grabs out a great big club. The others draw similar weapons, hook some shields, and prepare to engage. Zell,
What's initiative based on? Is it just a flat dex if there's nothing on a monster sheet?
Yes.
Cool. Sorry about that. Continue.
Zell, you are first.
Well, Zell's really happy with these new friends that he's just met because they're A, seem friendly, and B, not holding a knife to his throat. So look, they're being. Just give me a second. And he will move back exactly where he just came from. So that will be 55 feet to there. Using his normal movement. And then he is going to attack this guy, because I'm going to assume that was the guy holding the knife.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Cool. Well, Gavin, which is obviously my best friend's name, I would know that his name is Gavin, is going to get 2 punches to the face.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack.
As he arrives in front of Gavin, he will turn his back to him and give him a smack across the chops with his tail.
Oh, look out.
For a natural 1 to start us off with, that's brilliant.
No, he won't.
Good start to the night.
He'll turn back around and go, what the hell did you move for, man? Just stand still.
Just 1 second. What's your AC? Oh,
Mine?
Yeah, never mind.
19.
Go on.
Look, just stay still this time, man. It'll be over in a minute. And we'll smack him again. Cool. So, gonna assume that's not gonna work.
No.
Excellent.
Gavin just sort of like dodges to the side each time, hisses at you, and sort of like bashes his club against his shield.
Perfect. Would I have my bonus action back from the start of the initiative, or would that have still been? Yep, cool. Well, then I'm going to bonus action, get a little bit closer this time via teleport, and I can't.
Can you do that every turn?
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
Wow. There's no limit to it. You can just
Dim light or dark.
dim light.
Yeah. Yep. I did it the wrong way around though, because if I had have done it teleport to him, I could have had advantage on the first attack, which may have come in handy.
I want this skill.
But anyway.
You teach this to me later. Maybe I don't kill you and take your blood in jar. I take the whole thing.
Oh, but I'm a fan of my blood. I, for some reason, can't move my token now. I don't know if you've done something to it.
I don't know why it's saying restrict player movement. There we go. That's fixed.
Oh, harsh.
I didn't do it. It did it itself.
Blame the VTT.
Right. Now
60 feet. Yeah, so this time around I can get right up into the face of the party. Moving 60 feet back. Look, I tried to sort it out. I tried to talk to him. But I might need a little bit of help with this one. You guys are friendly. Go.
Alright, now, DC, is Anaris riding Craig at this point in time, or is he dismounted for the...
I think that once we had stopped, he would have
dismounted.
Especially
okay,
because
cool.
of Long Strider.
Yep, alright, cool. So I'll just move your token to there, and Craig can act independently. Yes, Craig?
I should probably mention that the sword actually sheds 60 feet of dark, of 30 feet of bright light, 60 feet, another 30 feet of dim light as well.
Right, does dim light mess with your teleportations though?
Dim doesn't, but bright does.
Okay, so...
Okay, well, for 30 feet of me. But I can douse it, if you ask.
So, shall we imagine that for the moment you haven't yet drawn your sword, so that Zell's teleports can work as they have for now, but keep that in mind 100%. For the combat? Yeah, you'll have to... Do you have to have it activated, or can you fight with it without it being glowing?
I can douse it, that's not an issue.
Okay, cool.
But when it's, like, when I douse it, it's just 10 foot of dim light.
Cool. Yeah, that's
Like,
perfect.
I physically can't get it to stop. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. Also, you'll note the blue aura that's around Bryce. That's your paladin aura. I imagine. I think from what I know that they're automatic. So that's
Okay.
on there.
And what do we get from your paladin aura, Bryce?
I didn't even know that existed.
+3 saving throws, right?
Yeah. I'm pretty. It's +3 or +4, perhaps.
I didn't know this was even a thing. Oh my god! You
Yeah.
have an aura of alertness while you aren't incapacitated. You gain +3 to initiative.
Oh.
That would have been helpful to know.
Okay. Well, that means everyone does. But let me just go and bump everyone's in by 3.
Sorry, everyone. Probably should have
everyone
known
that-
about that.
I'm going to give you a pass just this one time because I think you've got 68 different characters on the fly at the moment.
And
So.
sorry, Zell, I can't bump
do.
you up because you close enough at initiative order. So yeah,
I wouldn't have been in range anyway, so
Okay.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
No worries. Yeah. So you and the cat kind of acted. We'll say you went first, and now it's Craig's turn.
Yep.
Excellent.
Cool. So Craig's gonna. I assume you'll be okay with this in terms of the roleplay. Give a little bit of a nod to Anorus as he knows that he's going first. Knows he's
And then as he sort of struts past Zell, he's gonna look over, sort of give him one of those cat-like looks of, and just be like,
tails wagging just a little bit.
and he's just gonna be like, I'll show you how it's done, and then he'll proceed.
I kind of wish there was one up on top of one of the roofs now so he could jump up there and slowly push it towards the edge. And then look him dead in the eye and be like, boop.
So if I measured
You've
this
also
right,
forgotten Alika,
Yeah.
too.
Hey,
Alika is another
Alika,
one.
sorry. You remember how you had Alika take Oren to the Rogues-Light Tavern? Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes. I mean, Alika will be back.
I hope so.
I have a question for you. With my nature check or survival check, whatever it was that I did before, would I know
Yes.
that these things are humanoid? Or are they...
Oh, absolutely. You knew that already anyway, just by looking at them.
Okay.
Yeah. But the nature check was to specifically determine if they were lizard folk.
Yeah,
At that early point, before, you met Zell.
Cool. So Craig's just is a little bit. Is it he or she?
Craig is a he.
He. So he's a little bit too far back, so he's going to spend his movement to dash, and really get ready for the next turn.
Yep, cool.
Oh, imagine a cat that size spraying everywhere. Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would enjoy that.
Well, you
No,
did say it
not
was
really.
a he, so it's what he's going to be doing at some point.
Yep. Alright, so now it is Anras's turn.
Cool. So he will move 45 feet up to here.
Mm-hmm.
Pull out his javelin and throw a
Yes.
javelin at the one on the left.
Yep. That'll hit.
Cool. Doing 7 damage. And
Yep.
I would have a pulling javelins out of my back with one hand. Would you allow me to pull 1 or 2 in a turn?
Oh, yeah, like throwing javelins. I think of that as similar to firing a bow.
Okay.
You know, like you've got to reach into your quiver and do that, right? You've got to do pretty much the same thing, pull a javelin out and throw it.
I
If you
don't
were,
think this matters because it's an 11 to hit.
yeah, no, that'll miss. It goes wide over its head and butters to the ground behind it.
Cool. But he's going to take a little bit of look at Craig and kind of give a little side eye and just be like, "Don't worry, I got him." And then he's going to take his bonus action to rage.
Okay, cool.
And I'm also going to add an aura as well.
Does everybody see that brown line up near the other lizard man?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the javelin that missed.
That's the detail. I love it.
Storm Aura Tundra.
Starting at 3rd level, you emanate a stormy magical aura while you rage. The aura extends 10 feet from you in every direction, but not through total cover. Your aura has the effect that activates when you enter a rage. You can activate the effect on each of your turns as a bonus action. Choose Desert, Sea, or Tundra. Your aura's effect depends on the chosen environment as detailed below. You can change your environment choice whenever you gain a level in this class. What environment are we looking at?
So we're looking at Tundra, which will gain 3 temp hit points to any creature I choose.
Alright.
Inside the aura.
You and Craig, I'm guessing?
It just activates. I need to, actually, give me a sec. Because it might be...
It activates when you enter your rage, and you can activate it again on each of your turns as a bonus.
So yes,
so you and Craig, 3 temp HP. So
that's it.
Bit of an overshield. I'll chuck yours on for you because I'm right here. No, I can't. You have to do it.
I already did.
Yeah.
So
Excellent. Sweet.
cool. And that's my
Anything
turn.
else? All right, Bryce, you're up.
Magic. Okie dokie. Where is the nearest one to me?
I mean, right in front of you, technically.
Yeah. That makes it very difficult getting places now that I actually have to walk.
Oh, poor princess.
Wow.
That Alika has 90 feet of movement. 90 feet.
You think that there might have been a reason the DM asked to use her as a story prop?
Yes. Yes, I think there is now.
You might have to be a bit careful. Your entitlement's showing a little bit there. I think.
Both of my feet are sore.
To be fair, Isra fully understands this. She's not a big fan of walking anywhere either.
I just don't want to walk. That's fine then. I will just use.
So run.
Yeah, I'll just use my. I'm walking. Yep, 30 feet of movement. And get as close as possible. If I can select it, that would be great. Yep. Nope, it will not let me move it.
What the hell?
What have you done, Mark? What have you done?
Yeah, Mark, you took away my Pegasus and now you won't let me play? This seems a little unfair.
There you go.
I guess
Checking everyone else's
he
tokens.
feels threatened. He's just scared. Scared
Yeah,
of the
100%.
characters that we've brought to the table. Scared that he's
Yes.
made to look bad live on Twitch.
Okie dokie, so let's do this. Spells, we all know what I'm gonna do. I'm just trying to work out who's within range.
I actually don't know what you're gonna do, but
Moonbeam.
Moonbeam. How did I not see that coming?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, it had to be done. Okie dokie, 5 feet. Right here. I don't want to hit the cat because the cat is cute.
Stick it right in the
I
middle.
will just do it on. But that's like. This is true.
We'll catch every single one of them.
And then I hit all 4 of them.
Yeah,
Yes.
you don't have to target a creature. You just target a point, right?
Moonbeam right
Okay.
down that well.
Yeah, so I'm gonna moonbeam right
Okay.
in the middle of the well.
And so
Um,
moonbeam is what
It will hit the cat.
what what
wait,
size
no,
is
won't.
it?
The cat's 10 feet away.
What's its
5
radius?
feet.
5 feet.
It is 5 feet.
5 foot radius?
it?
Is it 10?
40-foot high cylinder in a 5-foot radius.
Yeah, cool.
And I'm casting it at level 2 as well. if that
Okay,
makes sense.
that's. Apparently, I need to tell this to be 10 because if I do that, it only shows up that big. 1 second.
Probably a little bit early to bring out my high-powered spells, but you know.
That looks a bit more like it, doesn't it?
It's
folks?
never too early to pull out the high-powered smells.
Spells. Never.
As soon as you start your road trip, you wind up the windows and you start those high-powered smells.
Yes, yes, absolutely. There's your moonbeam token, Grace.
Amazing.
Make sure you can move it. Yep, you should be able to move it.
Okie Madokali, so everyone inside the moonbeam needs to make a con save, if that's alright.
No,
Okay.
but sure. Let's do some.
Well,
And you
I'm
can
just
choose
gonna
to fail.
assume you've all failed then. That's fine. I can just roll failed damage.
Well, you could roll failed damage, but I think that would be 0, right? Constitution saving throws. Okay. Well, that's a nat 1.
It's a good start.
Okay.
That's a 9.
Yep. Keep them coming.
That's a 12.
Loving it.
And that's a
15?
14. I
Ooh,
feel like
14
all
might
of
have
them
made it.
failed. Did the 14 pass?
I mean, it depends what rule we're using. It's con save
Meets it, beats
14.
it. Yeah, so if 1 saves, 3 fail. I'm gonna
well,
say
that's
that that Zell's buddy,
We're
Zell's buddy
using
Gavin
the
passed.
Right.
Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition rules, I believe, for this one.
Yes.
Yes. Well, that's alright. So,
Well,
2d
like slightly.
To an extent.
Within reason.
So, 2d10 radiant damage for our friends who failed the save. Let's have a
Go
look.
ahead and roll it up.
I shall. Thinking about it.
That was a clutch
that
use of that
damage is
spell, by
sad.
the way. It's good position.
That's, yeah,
Yeah.
very good. That is 7 damage.
7 damage
so that,
to these
that
guys.
did jack shit. But
What level spell is Moonbeam? It's a level 2
It's
spell.
2.
Alright, okay. But still,
Yeah.
7 damage across 3 creatures. That's 21 points of damage. It's not too bad.
Plus the other 3 on the one that took half damage.
24 points of damage. Nothing to
That's a good round.
to shake your prehensile tail at.
It's 24 more than I did on my first turn, so let's not worry about that.
There you go. MVP.
Exactly. Yep. All right. Anything else, guys?
okay. No, not really.
All right.
I've moonbeamed, so.
Yep. Okay. No luck as well. Gavin, being a little bit pissed off that their sacrifices run away, and seemingly there just seems to be help for some reason out of nowhere. And he's now got this great big cat in front of him, looking a bit mean and threatening.
To be fair, he sacrificed, ran away, and then came back, and then ran away again.
To be
yeah,
fair,
so,
I'm surprised the sacrifice ended up in that position in the first place. If he can just, at will, just beam himself around. It's kind of... how did he end up there?
They caught him during the day, and he's
Oh,
been waiting until it got dark enough that he can use it.
That is
yeah,
amazing.
and I don't think these guys realize the full extent of his abilities, perhaps. And so weren't prepared for such an eventuality.
I can just see you in that situation. You've got like a fantasy wristwatch on, and you're just sitting there, just checking the time while they're trying to just waiting for the sun to dip behind the horizon.
Just keep trying to the ability. Too much daylight detected. God
It's
damn it.
it's kind of like the Hobbit, but the other way around. They're not waiting for daylight. You're not stalling for daylight. You're stalling for nighttime.
All right, so well, first things first. Gavin lunges forward and sinks his teeth into the right forward paw of the rather large crag cat in front of him for a 22 to hit.
Yes, sweet spot.
Does 5 damage piercing with his teeth, and then he will attempt to, as he pulls back, lash out with his heavy club. Oh, so close to a nat 20, but an 18, which will also hit him for 7 bludgeoning damage. That is that one's turn.
I will be
This
back
one
very shortly.
here. Excellent. Also, I just need to, now that you've moved up this way a little bit, Anras, we need to do some fog reveals. So you can see from like there across there, probably. Oops. Come back, fog button. Here we go. There. There. that, and then we will also, you can see a bit more of that. Not that much though. And you can also see further into this building. Because the wall around here is all crumbly and not in very good shape. So the next lizard folk, sorry, is going to dash over to here, sort of take cover at the corner of this building, and hurl a javelin at you.
Dude.
And mass. 16 to hit. I'm guessing that's going to miss you.
Misses. Yeah.
Alright.
Need an 18 to get through.
Yep, cool. Well, that will be its turn. I do believe. Yes, because it used it at range. Multi-attack only lets him make two melee attacks. So, that's that one. Okay. 2 seconds. This one doing that one. Ooh. Oh, wow, you got so lucky. So lucky. Are we up to that one? Yes, we are. Right. Isra.
Alright, first of all, do I need to roll a D100?
Is it your turn yet?
Oh,
No,
I
it is
forgot
not.
about that.
Oh yeah,
Oh my
Bryce,
God, I
please.
forgot.
Bryce, roll a D100, please. But no, Isra, not yet. At the start of your turn, it's not actually your turn yet. I'm just about to let you know something.
Shoot.
Oh, right. Okay, I thought you said Israel as in it's my turn.
I said Isra, but yeah.
52.
Okay, no worries, thank you. So Isra, you hear something sort of like bash against the wall down the alley behind you.
Ugh.
And that fortunately tips you off to something going on, and you aren't completely surprised when a much larger version of the creatures up ahead of you appears right behind you, and has its first crack.
Of course,
This-
we get
this
involved
thing-
in tribal nonsense.
So this lizard folk is easily twice the size of any of its kin, and probably easily twice the size of any of you. It's going to emerge from behind the corner. Obviously, it was skulking in the building beside you. It seems to have burst out of there, and it is going to. You haven't taken damage yet, have you?
No.
Okay, so these normal. It is going to first of all swipe out at you with its claws. Ugh.
I'm sure it does.
For a 19 to hit, does that hit you?
Yes, it just hit me.
Just hits you. For 12 slashing damage.
Okay, 12 slashing damage.
And then once it does that, it'll sort of pull you closer, like with its claws just a little, and pull you down and have a bite at you for a 24 to hit.
This might come as a surprise to you, but yes, that also hits.
Alright, or for 11 piercing damage.
11 piercing damage. Alright.
And that is its turn.
Not gonna lie, that was a
Right,
fair
yeah.
chunk of my HP. My HP,
Yes.
as we call it on the main streets.
Yeah, this is getting very crispy very quickly.
Alright, Zell, what's your passive perception?
That is a great question. I'd love to give you an answer. It is 16.
It is 16.
It
Roll a
is.
perception check for me, please.
With pleasure. Bum, bum, bum. I know it's in the same spot on this list every single time, but I can never find it. That's one off in that 20.
Okay,
25.
Huge. Yeah, alright. So you almost didn't catch it, but you see a flash of movement out of the corner of your eye just in time to reveal this guy who's about to throw a javelin at you.
Well, that's just very rude.
22 to hit. So I'm guessing that will.
It will.
For 8 piercing damage. And that is its turn.
Rude.
Back up to this guy, who's going to... He's done that. Oh, probably make a con save because he's starting his turn in the Moonbeam, right? I'll also retroactively, just to be fair, do that on the other one over.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so that's a fail. Does he keep taking the same amount of damage, or do you re?
I think you know what, just to be fair, I'll say he just keeps taking the same amount of damage. Otherwise, it's just going to back up the combat.
Yep, cool. Thank you. All right, so we'll take that off of him. And then this one will make his con save. That's a pass. He rolled a dirty 20. So he'll take half. Do that much. And then he's going to come and back up his mate who's got this big Hulk and Crag cat in his face. Also, tasty Crag cat. From the lizard folk perspective, that is. So he's going to have a crack with a bite. 14, I do believe that'll miss Craig. And then he's also going to try and smash him in the face with his spiky shield.
Can I just say, Craig is a great name for a
That'll
cat,
hit,
by the way.
right?
God damn it, Craig!
Right, for 7 points of piercing damage from his spiky shield. I'll mark that off, it's alright. 7, so that's what?
46.
Thank you. Okay. That's that one's turn. Isra, it is now your turn.
So imagine while this whole scrum of a melee is going on around this well, Isra was just doing what she does, or what she did for the previous episode. While you guys are fighting, she reaches into her fur-lined jacket and she pulls out a cigarette. And one of those long things that you put cigarettes in back in the old days, and she sort of puts it in there and she lights it up. And as she's trying to light it, this massive lizard thing just comes up behind her and just starts absolutely mauling the shit out of her. And she drops her cigarette down to the ground, and it takes a big bite out of her. And she looks towards it, and some of the fur's now missing, and you can just see this rage in her eyes. And then you see these coils of absolute darkness as they writhe around her form, and she uses the Misty Step ability. So I do have something I need to ask you. The ceilings of the buildings, or the roofs of the buildings, how do they look?
Yep. Intact for the most part. There's some patchy holes in some of them, and some of the tiles look like they might be a little bit shaky. Make a perception check for me.
Alright, perception check. Is this a free perception check?
Yes.
Yay. I love free stuff. Send me free stuff. Alright.
I'll take anything you got too. Nah, joke.
There we go. Perception check. Alright, not great. 9 for the perception check.
Yeah, from what you can tell, they look good. Sturdy.
Oh no. Valiant Odyssey just redeemed a Bring the Pain card.
Oh, thanks, Valiant. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Oh, no.
You can always rely on Valiant to make things interesting.
I will just say...
I was listening to his podcast, so I'm gonna cancel that from now on and desubscribe.
Well, there you go. You lost yourself a listener.
To be fair, I just clicked over 3,000. I was about to claim one, but apparently we're only allowed to have one per turn.
You're
game,
also not allowed to buy them if you're in the game.
Surely I can buy you a Nat 20 if I'm in the game.
Nope.
No.
The Nat 20s are not purchasable by players currently in the game, including myself.
I was trying to give you a hand.
Buy one. I know. I can't go and buy an actual. Can spend. Oh no, there aren't any other DM boons. I could decide to go and give you a healing potion. You can go and spend points on during other streams if they're not like a streamed game. If it's like a critical conversations or something like that. If Sven has them turned on at the time, they may or may not be. You can maybe go and buy stuff that will go on to the next stream, but no, during the game you can't. Sorry.
Was going to make it more difficult for us.
If
Never
you
mind.
want to spend those points now, they'll carry over to the next stream.
Nah,
That you're not.
I'll save them for something special.
All right. So, Misty Step gives me 30 feet of travel. So, is there a ceiling I could Misty Step to within 30 feet of me that
I reckon there probably is.
should be able to stand on?
We need a D20 roll first. A D100 roll first.
Oh, D100
Oh yeah, we
roll.
do
Thanks
need
for
we
keeping
do
me
need a
honest.
D100 roll.
Let's do that here, so everyone can see it. So for my D100 roll, I got an 11.
Man, you're getting the
Okay.
11s tonight.
Cool, lads.
I'm good,
Thanks
right?
for that. So all three of the buildings to your right,
Yes.
so the one immediately to your right, the one to the south, and the one to the north, above and below that one, each have sections of ceiling that look like they could support your weight, and are within range.
I want to go, so all three to my right, so I'm thinking the one down the bottom, the one there, and the
Yep.
one to the north.
Yeah.
Well, where can I go
long as-
that's going to be safe from this guy, and I can still hit it?
Probably.
With a ranged
Would you
weapon.
Would you like me to move you there, or did you see where I pinged?
Yeah, I can go up there.
Probably either there or there.
All right, can you reveal a little bit there so I can pop my token up there? Because these
Oh, that's right. That bit's all
tendrils
Yep.
of darkness wrap around her form,
my bad.
and then they suddenly dissipate, and she's not there anymore.
Alright, so something else I would do. So to that. In fact, you know what? I'm just gonna, because the fog's gonna annoy me and slow us down, and anything relevant that I don't want you to see, you won't be able to anyway. So I'm just going to do that. So just, you can figure line of sight, I think, from the map there. So if you would like to move up there now.
All right, so let's go to just on the apex of that ceiling, roof
Right.
rather, over there. That is her
Can
bonus
you-
action.
Okay,
Yes.
can you give me another perception check?
Another perception check. All right, have I
Yes.
just moved myself into a worse position? 'Cause this is what I was worried about. 14 for the perception check.
Good enough. You can see through the broken parts of the wall and the ceiling on the building to the north of you.
Yes.
In the alley to the north of that
Okay.
is another lizard folk waiting in ambush.
Oh, that's not too bad. That's not my problem.
Yeah.
So she moves up to there, and then if anyone's watching, you don't see her appear. You just see a globe of darkness appear as she casts darkness as an action. So she's up there, and I will put an aura on her if I can. So it's 15. Oh, not that far. Jeez.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's I had your dark vision aura set up on there
Oh,
before I
right.
was playing around with how I was going to run it. So yeah, feel free to get rid of that.
We'll get rid of
You can
that
edit
one.
those things, can't you?
Yes, I can edit that.
Yeah,
so
sweet.
we'll go 15 feet. There you go. Let's change the
Yep.
color to black. There. So that's there's a sphere of absolute darkness there now. That's a bonus action. That's an action. And you know what? As some movement, she's going to move further away from the giant lizard person over
Yep.
to there.
nice.
And that's the end of it.
All right, nice one. Good turn. So after you is this
Cursing
guy
under her
who.
breath.
Bryce, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception. Let's have a look. It is 10. Oh, wait, no, it's not. It is not. It is, yep, it is 10. It is.
Okay, yep, cool, no worries. So,
That's my passive wisdom. Oh my god, No, yeah. No, that's correct. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm so...
Look, sometimes we just think we're more wise than we actually are. It's fine.
so Isra had spotted this guy. Bryce had not. And so it sort of very quietly picks its way over this little bit of rubble that was there and lunges and is going to get advantage on its first attack against you before you were aware of its presence.
Lovely.
So it will do that with its club. There's a 19 to hit. I'm guessing that misses, Bryce.
Yep,
Hey?
that
Yep.
misses.
Alright,
That misses,
and then it'll go for a follow-up with its spiky shield. I'm just like coming that. 12. Also misses. So that was super effective. And then we have this one here. Needs to make a con check. We're back up to where the moonbeam is now. Con save, sorry. That's a fail, so it'll take another 7 damage. And then it is going to... Let's check something here. Which is normal. Cool. It is going to go down to here and start taking swings at the little halfling guy who's running up, getting closer. Because really, these guys need to try and get back down. They're attempting to catch Zell, so they want to go through you guys. I think is probably what's going on. Alright, so we'll have this one's gonna try and bite you because you're small, and it reckons it can probably eat you. But I kind of feel like as its jaws calm down, you might just go like kunk. And just like hold them open. It has no effect.
Not today, son. Not today.
So it's gonna get a bit mad, then just try and sweep the leg with its club. For a 20 to hit.
That'll get through.
For 8 bludgeoning damage. Now it doesn't actually sweep the leg, but it like kind of impacts with your thigh and crack.
Is there a guy in a gi with a piece of fabric tied around his head, standing somewhere off to the side, going, "Sweep the leg"?
Possibly.
You're all right, Lewis, though.
All right, and with that, we're back to the top of the round. Zell, you are up, buddy.
Well, Zalesh is quite annoyed at the fact that he had a perfect out here because he had some friendly folks show up to help him out, even though they didn't know they were there to help him. And he's not trying to run away or anything, but there's now a giant lizard thingy in front of him. Would Zell recognize this big behemoth?
Well, yeah, it's part of your tribe. Its name is Suresh.
Suresh.
Yeah, and these guys are generally the enforcers. They don't, do the he wasn't the one trying to perform the ritual or anything. He's just the muscle.
Well, look,
they're very aggressive.
Zalesh had problems with Suresh back in the day when he was a youngster. He used to bust him all the time for things that he shouldn't have done. So perfect opportunity for a little bit of sweet revenge. Some justified violence. So Zell is going to bonus action shadow step right in front of his face.
Oh, look out.
And he's going to spin around and show him some tail.
Alright.
First attack being with advantage because of the shadow step. Boom, boom, boom. Where is the right one? That was the one. Roll me some dice. So that would be a natural 20.
Oh, there we go.
Good start.
There we go.
Well done. Shadow step for the win.
Uh-huh. Well, not great damage, but won't be the end of the world.
12.
And he will return with the back end of his tail and try again.
Whack, whack.
For a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
Look, man, if you were just a little bit faster like Kevin, you wouldn't have got smacked in your face. But clearly you deserved it. For another 13.
Oh, yeah, alright. There you go.
Man.
And then using his embarrassing amount of speed, we're going to relocate to not in front of that thing.
Do you have mobile?
I do have mobile.
I know it.
Problem
My
is...
favourite thing to do to a DM's monster, and now it's been done to me.
Problem is, I just saw a lizard folk duck out from behind an alley, so I'm not sure I want to go up an alley.
Yeah.
Actually, why not?
Roll me a retroactive perception check.
Bum, 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 bum. Retroactive 10.
Okay. Yeah, like, so you think that this was all of the tribe that was in this area at the time?
Oh, well, that's good enough for me. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's function on an I think. I like that.
Yeah.
Let's move 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to there. 25, 30, 35.
Also a history check when you're done with this.
Yeah, sure thing. 40 feet here. 45. Let's be a little bit safer than sorry. And history for you. That's a 13, Gavin.
Okay, yeah, good enough. You also are aware that tribe does have a tendency to worship a particular black dragon. It's not a very old one, but you know it does live in the area.
Cool. Well, that's an even better excuse to not be in line of sight of things. So,
None of the rest of you know this, but Zell does, unless he chooses to communicate said fact. I don't think he'd be in a position to right now.
No, he's more doing the relocating for his life at the moment. So,
Yeah.
Look, he's done the monk things. He's whacked a thing. He's gotten away from the thing. I think he's pretty happy with where he is at the moment.
Yeah, sweet.
And that'll do.
Sweet. All right. Craig is up next.
He's going to take a bite at the one on the right.
Alrighty.
He's gonna take a
why did
bite
that
to the
come-
one on the right.
I popped out the.
He wishes
stat
that he
block. I
could-
shouldn't have.
Cast my... I don't know. I'm rapping here, guys. What do you want from me?
Not that.
Yeah. For you not to rap.
It's not the first time someone said that.
It's nothing particularly about you. Just don't rap.
If someone
sing if you
donates
like.
$10 to the stream tonight, I will not do any more impromptu rapping.
The cool runnings
Just
approach.
donate.
Will a 12 get through or not?
Nah. Not a chance.
Damn. Craig is not the most formidable beast, to be honest.
I
That's his
mean-
turn.
Yep. Cool. No workers. All right. Well, it's now your turn. So Anras can do what he would like.
Anos is going to take a slight moment to just look over his sword with a little bit of, just eyeing it with a little bit of worship. He's going to just say to himself, "Lament, you've got me through a few things. I need you to get me through this today." And then he's going to take 2 swings at the one in front of him.
No rage. Oh no, you are raging. Yep. Sorry.
Already raging, so
Already
26
raging.
to hit.
That'll hit. That'll definitely hit.
Ooh, bad damage. 7 plus the rage damage of 2, so 9.
Yep. No workers.
And oh god, man, these 12s. Oh, that's 11.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Um,
That's not gonna do much for you.
So, yep, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to cast my, my Tundra. What did we call that again? Please don't freeze on me.
Yep. So was it 3 temp HP to anyone in the aura?
Yeah, I think it's only me and Craig as well.
Yeah. At this stage, it is.
Is there a way to do temp on monsters or just add it?
I've already added it.
Even better.
Yeah.
Cool. And that is my turn.
All right. Bryce.
Amazing. Okay.
You've just had this lizard guy like leap out of the shadows and try and like bite you and whack you with its shield, and it utterly failed.
Well, I mean, I feel it would only be right. It would only be good if I moved the moonbeam onto him and then cast Grace Beam. I feel
Oh
like
my-
this needs to happen.
Um,
I feel like it would only be
remind me,
right.
did I do a silly and make Grace Beam not concentration?
did
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
did a
Tell
thing.
me it was intentional.
Yes, it was.
Okay,
I
so
just
I'm just gonna move the moonbeam.
Sure.
Like this. Vusha vusha. And move it on top of myself.
the moonbeam.
Yeah, the moonbeam. Oh, well, I'm gonna be out of range of it. Obviously. I'm not stupid.
You just said
So
you're gonna
I'll
move it on
just be
top of
taking-
yourself.
No, I mean, I'm going to take a step back and then I'm going to move it on top of him, which is next to me.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay, I get you.
But he'll
Alright,
still
so
be in range of Grace Beam.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
then
maybe
Grace
a little more
Beam.
this way, so Zell through, and then Grace Beam also, which is the same
Yes.
aura, I do believe, but or same radius, but around you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yep.
so I'm gonna need you to be like there for this to work.
I hate to be that guy,
Oh.
but did Bryce just step out of threatened square?
Technically,
It would be like a step back. Like a single step back.
Are we gonna use?
Yeah, okay.
Are we gonna
no.
use
This is fine. This is fine. So you were there.
Pathfinder
right.
rules?
Yeah.
I can put this here, or like here, so Zell can still get out, and then you can cast Grace Beam as well, and they will both get him. You'll only be in the aura for Grace Beam because it's on yourself, obviously.
Awesome. Awesome. So
And your D1, and yes, thanks Zell. Your D100, please. At the start of your
Yes.
turn, this happens.
Jesus,
anything happens.
I hope this is
What-
something good.
Can you let us know what number
80.
we're looking for here?
No, I can't let you know that.
Oh, come on.
I mean, it's something that Mark's made up. It's got to be only positive things. There's no possible
Yeah,
way it can be anything
100%.
negative. So it's fine.
Can I hazard a
Yeah,
guess?
maybe.
Is it 69 that we're looking for here?
You're half right.
Oh, right. Okay.
Alright, alright,
That means
alright,
six.
alright, so Sven, if you hit a 66, something is going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Grace, if you hit a 99, something is going to happen.
I know what this is.
No, you don't.
You're gonna I'm
You have
predicting I know
no
what
idea.
this is. Sure. Well, it's never gonna happen, so
Okay.
we're gonna see. So Grace Beam. I don't even think I have Grace Beam. Oh, I do, but I just don't have it with me.
It basically functions the same as Moonbeam, except it's stuck to you, and it's a charisma save instead of a...
Con save. Okay.
Yeah.
And anyone who
Alright.
gets hit by it has kitty cat ears.
Yes, so the yourself, like Bryce now has like the kind of cat ears that you're wearing on your headphones there, but without the headphones, it's just like the costume kind of thing. They
Yeah.
just sort of like appear on Bryce's head, and also this lizard.
Amazing.
They're illusory,
I'm
so it's
going
like it doesn't feel them. It just looks. That's
Yeah.
that's what it's wearing.
Sweet. So I'm gonna make my charisma save.
Yep.
Oh, that's
Um,
nearly a nat 20. That's an 11.
Let me let me pull it up. I do believe that you possibly have advantage on this because of the way I wrote the spell. Let me see.
Because I am in fact Grace, so it would only be fair that
Yes.
I get advantage.
5 foot radius. This cylinder's only 40 feet high. Just keep that in mind for Grace Beam. Or is it the same on the other one?
Yeah, it's the same.
I have a graphic for this, by the way. I'm gonna check that up on the
Oh,
stream
nice.
for everyone to see.
Stop, really.
Yep. Okay.
All right, you ready? Here we go.
Go.
Should be able to see that on the stream in a second.
Oh,
Think about it.
okay, Grace. Are you proficient with charisma saves?
No.
Okay, you may choose any of your saving throws with which you are proficient and roll that instead.
Grace beam.
Okay.
And if you
Well,
succeed, you take no damage instead of
That would
half.
be
You
now.
you take half damage anyway.
Okay, well, okay. Well, believe it or not, I'm gonna roll animal handling.
No, not a skill check, a saving throw.
Oh, not as saving throw. Oh well, I've got dexterity saving throws then. I'm proficient in that. Am I?
Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Really? Wow.
It got a 10. So it's
Okay, so you take half damage instead of none.
no problem
So,
here.
and it is 2d10 damage.
Oh, it does more damage than regular moonbeam.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
it doesn't. It does the same. Oh
It
yeah.
just does a different type of damage.
A different type of damage.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see.
And what is
That
your
is 8.
8 emotional damage?
Is it really?
Yes. For other
damage!
yes, for other DMs it's psychic damage. But
Oh my
yes.
god! I love it. Okay.
so-
and now regular moonbeam.
You don't need a roll for that because you've already rolled for it, yes? And I've
Okay,
already
sweet,
failed
yeah.
both saves on this guy, so it takes 7, 8, 15 total damage from both of those. Like first it's
Amazing.
burnt by the radiant damage of the moonbeam, like moving, skin sizzles a little bit and it hisses. And then all of a sudden you can see it just like clutching at its head where these cat ears have appeared from, and it's just like, what's going on? It's not happy.
And if you lived your life having like ear holes and you suddenly had ears, you'd be concerned too.
Yeah.
Just in the back of its head, all it can hear is like Taylor Swift playing on repeat. Just shake
And it
off.
doesn't know who
Just
that
over and
is,
over again.
or like, and it's like never heard music like that before in its life, so it is terrified.
Am I going to
supposed
have
to
to get
shake it off?
a Taylor Swift sound drop now?
I hope not.
I'll do it.
That's another
I
spell.
can change the song.
I don't know if we can afford it.
Taylor Swift.
No,
Yeah.
that's okay.
Royalty
If
free
you only
Taylor
play 3
Swift.
seconds, it's fine.
Or if you get someone to perform it live.
Yeah, but I'm not
Do
going
we
to
know
do
any
that.
musicians?
No, you don't.
No, we don't. We're not the ones that would sing Taylor Swift. That's unfortunate.
Definitely not.
I mean, I think. How many followers are we at now, Sven?
163 or 4. I think 163.
Okay, if we hit 200, I think I could be convinced.
200 to do some
We hit 200.
some
Sing Taylor Swift
some
live
Tay-Tay.
on stream.
Yeah, I think I could be convinced. If we hit 200, I will do a recorded
There you go, ladies
version
and gentlemen.
of Tay-Tay.
200 followers on Twitch. You get a live rendition of a Tay-Tay favorite by Crit and Mrs. very own Grace. Or should I be calling you
Excellent.
committee member Grace?
Yes,
Yes, I should.
that's right. That's right, I'm all official now.
I feel like you should be wearing a sash. Who's up?
I really should.
This guy here, who realizes that there's more problems going on here than just what's going on there, is going to move around here, not leaving anyone attack of opportunity range or anything yet, but it is intent. It's like seen Zell duck off around the corner. Is like, nah, this is no good. Get after this little fucker. I need his blood. So, and he is now going to take a swipe at Anras with his club. Where's the button? There it is. For a 16 to hit. I'm guessing that's not going to do it.
Not
No.
good enough, lizard folk.
Alright, and then it'll swing around to have a crack at Craig with its shield as it moves through. For a 15, that also misses. Lucky I buffed its AC. So that's that one done. Oh, some dickhead needs to set that and then move us to there. Okay. And now this one, who is going to maintain his distance, duck back around here behind the dais and hurl a javelin. Bugger it in the big cat's direction. $21 to hit. Whoosh.
That hit.
Up his AC enough.
No, obviously not. 5 piercing damage to Craig.
Cool. You realise
that
that
one.
you're the one that put this big cat into the storyline, and you keep on targeting it.
I'm aware.
That's what it's for.
All right, this guy. So you've moved up onto a roof into a blob of darkness.
Sure
That's
have.
right. Well, this guy can't even see you anymore. So that's no good. It's a little
He better pack up and go home then.
Beg to differ.
Yeah.
Shame.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%.
He pulls out a suitcase and whips out his tickets to sunny California.
Punches out just like an old school Looney Tunes style.
Well, my work here is done.
Going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to there.
This is good.
And having... Just do it quick once it's passive. Yeah, good enough. And then
It's
spots
going
Zell.
Yeah, Zell smiles at him, knowing that, maybe gestures like being big boy, tight gap.
Yeah.
Zell chuckles in Dex.
Yeah. Zell chuckles in medium-sized creature. Yeah.
Alright, so at this point, it's going to... being somewhat familiar with the layout of the city, is going to scream orders to a couple of the nearby lizard folk to chase after him. And then 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's going to dash that way to try and get around and cut you off. In an attempt of things. And that'll be its turn. We're now to this guy. I imagine has the same 30-foot movement. Yes. Whoops. Come back. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to there. Because of the positioning, I'm going to roll a dice. I roll a d6. Odds, he's in the moonbeam. Evens, he's not in the moonbeam. He's in the moonbeam. That's the
He's having
regular
a bad
moonbeam.
day.
So that'll be a con save. 16. Is that a pass?
That is more than a pass, yep.
Excellent. So he'll take half damage. And then he's going to hurl a javelin at Zell. And a natural 20.
Oh god.
Zell's going to remember that he's got an ability for this sort of thing.
9 piercing damage.
Yeah, I'm going to deflect that missile if you don't mind.
Go ahead. Roll the deflection. Roll right.
Not. It is. I can reduce the damage by X number of... How much was it, sorry?
9 total.
Okay, so I'm going to roll a 1d10 plus 11 and see if I can reduce that damage.
You catch the thing. Would you like to hurl it back?
No.
Like, no?
No, Zell's too passive for that. He's just going, what the hell, man? Like, that's... Oh. You just chuck it over his shoulder without the neck, just discard it.
Yeah,
What the hell?
No worries.
That was just rude.
I mean, it was. It really was, wasn't it? Alright. Yep, and this one taking the lead of the other guys. Or actually, taking the orders of the bigger guy is going to risk an attack of opportunity from Craig as he fucks off this way.
Cool. Try and get a swipe in with his claw.
Mm-hmm. He has 10-foot reach with them. Oh no, sorry, that's not him. That's a hit.
Go, kitty, go.
7 piercing.
Oh, nice hit.
Slashing, sorry.
Yep. Alright, so the lizard folk sort of hisses over his shoulder at Craig as he swipes, claws raking across its back. Keeps going, gets to there. Let's see. And then uses the dash action. Disappears around that corner. And Isra, you're up next.
Isra and Netka cannot see anything from where she is, so she needs to move.
Probably. Oh, hang on.
Oh,
No, you
no.
can in fact, because the building in this square is really broken down and run down. You can actually see this one. It didn't go stealthy; it just ran.
Lovely.
You can see that one coming down that corridor, trying to get around behind Zell.
Okay, she'll do what Warlock does best, and she'll cast Eldritch Blast twice on
Blam,
this
blam.
creature.
At advantage,
With advantage because...
because you can't
You're
be
in
seen.
darkness.
Oh, the darkness, of course. Alright, let's roll a d100 first.
All right.
Roll so everyone can see it. That is an 81. God damn it. I want that 66. It's a 1 in 100 chance, but I want it. Let's do 100 rounds of combat tonight, guys, so I have a good chance of getting
I mean, look. I have enough combat here that we could probably do that.
Let's go. Eldritch Blast.
I only have
with
I only have 3
advantage.
rages, so I'm only good for 18.
So with advantage is a 22 to hit.
That'll hit it.
Guess that's a hit. Alright, where are you? Oh, there.
And so, what does your Eldritch Blast look like?
She raises her hands. Not that anyone can see it, but if you could see through magical darkness, she raises her hand and you can see coils of that thick black nothingness as they weave around her hand and form into the image of what appears to be, if you're looking straight at it, just a straight up and down black hole. Like it's twisting the light around it into this halo of pure black nothingness, and it forms and it holds that form there for a moment in the palm of her hand before it streaks across the battlefield, slamming this thing right in the face or chest or arms or legs, depending on 6 points of damage.
Yeah, nice. So it's taking. I would imagine that anyone else that is looking in your direction might just, see this streak of darkness like emerging from the bubble of darkness and striking the creature. Is that about right?
That's right. If you're
Cool.
looking at it, you can just see it's almost like the darkness itself is lashing out towards this thing.
Nice.
If you don't know any better, it just looks like a globe of darkness that's a creature fighting and lashing out. That's one
Now,
shot.
do you get to do? I was going to say, do you get to Eldritch Blast twice?
Let's do it again with advantage.
Alright.
Come on, that natural 20. Alright, not a natural 20, but a 23.
That's
so
a hit.
Let's roll some damage on that one. Oh, just flat roll. Oh, there we go. That's more like it. 14 points of damage on the second one.
Yeah, didn't like that much. It's starting to look a bit shaky.
Let's have a quick look to see if there's anything fun that I can do. No, I don't think there's anything I want to do. I don't want to use anything at the moment. Just want to see how this turns out. She might make a little jump over to the next roof though, if that's
cool.
allowable.
Yeah, sure.
All
You
right,
got a
so
running start, right? Or
She
you
can
get
take
one.
she can take a step back and
Yep.
then take a step forward. 5, 10.
Yeah, you're right. No,
make it to
no
there.
check. No check needed.
All you would see is just globe of darkness just move back and then forwards again, and now it's on that roof over there, and that will be the end of a turn. Moving
Cool.
on.
Well, Zell would have seen the dark bolts, and he thought that was pretty damn cool to see the darkness fighting something, and then the darkness moved closer, so he doesn't like it anymore.
Yay! Uh-oh.
Yeah. All right. At the beginning of the next lizard folk's turn, which is the one to the south of Bryce, it rolls both of its saves. It passed the con save but failed the charisma save, so it took 16 points of damage, combined radiant and emotional damage. And now it is going to be like, fuck this. Try and get GTFO. Also, it's been given other orders, so attack of opportunity if you would like, Bryce.
I would, if that's right. I'm gonna take a stab at it with the sword.
With
If
a
that's
sword?
alright.
Yes,
With
absolutely.
the sword. Amazing. Oh, thank God, that was nearly that one. Oh my
Oh.
God, I was gonna cry.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
that's a 13.
it misses, but you
Okay.
take a swipe as
We've
as
got
it
a
runs
couple
away
bless
around the-
cards on the table if you want to use them.
I mean, they're there.
How many are there?
There's 2 on the table.
No, we're gonna be fighting other things tonight. I'll leave it.
Okay.
It's
can
also
just
nearly
see.
it's also nearly 10 o'clock, so we've probably only got another hour, 2, depending on how late people stay up or want to stay
No,
up.
you know, stuff it. If no one
Use 'em.
minds, I am going to smash it. If
Yeah,
that's
do it.
okay. Yeah.
Go for it.
Remember,
I
it's
just got
Tales
told
from
to
the
use 'em.
Rogues-Light. Yeah, it's first come first serve. Just like eat them up.
Look at
Okay.
that. Mod
So
Brew
that's
just redeemed
16.
another one, so go
Hey,
ahead.
nice one. Yeah,
Thank
exactly.
you.
Also, it's a good thing you did because that was just enough to turn that 13 into a hit.
Yeah.
So it's now at
Amazing.
16, and that
Okay.
hits. The roll damage.
Well, I'm gonna hit it with the super schmacky
Mm-hmm.
one. So that is 7, and then another 4.
So
Just
you're
radiant damage,
swinging
brother.
swinging with it. What, two-handed?
Yeah.
Okay, so you will be. Do you use a shield?
I do, but it's on my
Okay.
back.
So you are at -2 to your AC until you actually pull that shield out. Then.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. Cool.
My AC is 20 anyway,
Without a shield.
because of my armor. Yeah.
Is it plus?
Adamantium.
Is it? Yeah. That means you don't get crit. It's otherwise
What is
plate
it?
mail, right?
Plate?
Well, it said armor class 20. It's
Yeah, that includes
Like
your shield because your
adamantium
shield is no adamantium armor is AC 18 adamantine plate, same as normal plate. It just ignores critical hits.
It should
But you
just
get the
change
eye-
if you.
You get
Full
that AC.
shield.
You
get a
guys,
plus 2
guys.
difference.
You get AC +2 from your shield if you are holding it. So you are 18 without the
Okay.
shield, 20 with it.
Okay.
Yep. So
Oh, yeah,
until you pull the
that's
shield out,
fine.
your AC is 18. From what I remember,
See.
none of those tried to attack you before would have gotten through anyway. So it doesn't matter. It's all
No,
cool.
100%. Okay.
Yep.
No problem.
Just remember to pull your shield out on your turn, and it is a free action to do so if you haven't otherwise drawn a weapon.
Okay.
But since you've actually taken a swing with two hands, until your next turn, you won't be able to pull the shield out because it's not your turn
No,
now.
100%.
Yeah,
Not a
cool.
problem.
Sweet.
So that's 14 damage on that
Oh,
theme bubbly.
that's a bit brutal. 31, 28.
Yeah.
Oops. Ignore the numbers I just said. And this guy who is now looking not that healthy, gonna have a crack at Zelt. He's gonna try and bite him first.
Rude.
20 to hit.
That will hit.
Excellent. 8 piercing damage.
Roger.
And then after it's had a bite, it's going to try and shove you with its not actually shove you into space, but it's going to like try and shove you in the face with its shield.
That's a bit rude.
23 to hit.
That will also hit.
For 4 piercing damage.
Done.
Excellent. Then this guy, who is engaged with Anras, is going to do much the same, except it's going to be club and shield. 21 to hit.
Yep.
Excellent. That will be 4 bludgeoning damage, half to 2, I imagine.
Yep.
And then the shield, 12 to hit. I don't feel like that's going to do anything.
That does not get through.
Okay, so that is the end of its turn. Alright. And we will be moving back around to the top of the round. Before we do.
I was going to say, I felt like there was a butt coming in there somewhere.
Yes, before we do.
I forgot to roll my D100.
Well, roll
Oh,
it now,
no,
please.
That was an
Was
attack
it-
of opportunity,
It
wasn't
wasn't
it?
your turn. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Alright, sweet. Excellent. So, from the distance,
Here we go.
you can hear the beating of wings. One set coming from the north, and another set from the south. 2 different sets of wings. They both sound a little different. One set sounds leathery, the set to the north, while the set to the south sounds like the feathered wings of something radiant.
Oh, phantasmic.
So, let me just grab some things. Come on.
Come on, holy chicken.
Yeah.
That's
We might
I,
leak it
no.
again, yeah.
Okay. Do you want to look, and everyone who's sort of like not trapped in between a building right now? So sorry, Zal.
Wow, throwing some shade there much?
Can I
Was the
get
building, not Mark.
can I get perception checks from everybody else? But I need you to choose which direction you're attempting to see what's coming from at you, north or south.
Well, I will look towards the feathery wings because I
Yep.
recognize that sound.
Yep.
So,
Cool. Perception check, please. North for Anras. Yep.
oh, far out. I got a nat 1. It's my bloody horse. This is ridiculous.
Hey, you don't know that.
Hey, it might be a golden chicken. It's a holy chicken.
Right. Isra.
Isra. What sounds closer to Isra?
The south.
Something coming
the
from
south
the south.
wings.
Okay, well that's
Yeah.
what she's going to look at because she doesn't give a shit about everyone else.
Yeah, of course.
So let's have a look. That one, perception, there. All right, so not great, an 11.
Okay, but good enough. You can see, Bryce. You don't see shit. You've got all these glowing lights and cat ears and all sorts of stuff going on around you. You don't notice. But approaching from the south, just in time to land around here. Alika the Pegasus returns with a familiar figure riding upon her back who dismounts as soon as Alika lands. And to most of you, this one looks like
Bill Cosby.
number 9,
Oh.
but he's covered in vicious bladed armor and ready for a fight. Along with them, flying beside and landing beside them, a couple of recognizable figures from the Rogues-Light Tavern. Wahlberg the Fletcher and Kevraw the mysterious... Oops, he's not a copy. He's the real Kevraw. Kevraw the mysterious figure who tends to slink in the corner, who immediately shadows and takes cover.
I'm sorry,
those guys-
if he has a brain, he is a copy of Kevraw, sorry.
How do you know he has a brain? Yeah, no, he probably does. So he's probably a copy.
In a jar.
So we've added those to the initiative tracker now. Grace, at this point, you get control of Alika.
Yay!
Unfortunately, her initiative is only 6.
Okay, that's right.
I just added everyone to the combat. Oh, wow. Yeah, those two are
Yeah.
brutal. Let's add these two as well.
Yeah, I'll just let him do whatever. Alika is a very smart horse. He's got this.
Oh, that's... Okay, hang on. I need to... Because these guys are actual written characters, I need to actually roll initiative for them from their sheet, not just add to combat tracker. So, Wahlberg... And I was going to give control of a couple of these guys to you guys, but I actually can't because they're character sheets that you don't have access to. But that's okay. They're now in the combat tracker. And would someone else like to use number 9 because character borrowed a monster stat block for him? Grace? Okay.
Yeah, come on.
Second option.
Copy that.
Player accessible stats. Oops.
I have to. Where are they on the map? Am I totally blind, or are they?
They're
just not there?
to the south, back where you guys entered.
Ah, that's so
Yeah.
weird. I've only got like one small square.
Refresh.
If you drag select, if you have the select tool and you drag over the whole map and just make a nice big box, it'll refresh all the tokens that are there.
Yeah. So yeah, Alika and number 9 is right next to Alika. Have fun with that one. That's just not necessarily something. Yeah. Anyway, have fun with that creature, and maybe share, because it's a fun one. Then following that, I need to do this bit. Sorry, there's a lot going on at this point in time. Gonna go.
That's all right. While you're doing that, I can talk about some upcoming streams. Do you want me to do that?
Yes, please, because I still have a couple of things to sort out, and then yes.
All right.
And get ready for a short break.
Get ready for a short break. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna change the music first and put on something else.
There will be a little bit more.
This one here. There we go. That's fun. All right. So let's talk about a couple of other events we got coming up on Crit and Miss. For those people who are watching live, you are amazing. We love you. So we're going to give you the inside scoop right now. So coming up tomorrow night, we have the next episode of our Call of Cthulhu one-shot Shadows of Despair, which is run by Keeper Alicia. Grace, you're looking at me like we do. You're still good for that one, right?
I totally think about it. Yeah, of course.
All right. So tomorrow night, Sunday night, the 28th of September at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, we have episode 2 of Shadows of Despair, our Call of Cthulhu one-shot adventure, where I am joined by Grace, as well as Valiant from the Valiant Odyssey podcast, Beck and Alicia. Where we're investigating some strange goings-on aboard a cruise ship that's owned by Grace's character's dad. So I think he has a little bit to answer for. So that's that one. After that, we have a very special announcement. This is the first time I spoke about this on a stream. Next week, unfortunately, we do not have another episode of Out of the Abyss, because one of our players is not available for that one, but... Sorry! Yeah, you should be. No, don't be sorry, because we're going to be doing some fun things anyway. While you're off being responsible and doing job stuff, we're going to be sitting here and we're going to be playing the very first time.
It's playing music, let's be fair.
Yeah, it's still a job.
Yes.
Still being
You're a bard.
We're going to be sitting here, we're going to be playing D&D, but we're going to be playing something special, because we are going to be joined by Christian from Hermes D&D Services, and he is going to be running us through a Spelljammer one-shot that he wrote himself. I'm going to be playing... No, I'm not going to be playing in that one. I'm going to be hosting that one, but Grace will be there, Rami will be there, and Toby will be there from Out of the Abyss, and we're going to be joined by Modbrew and Ando from Othic Gaming as well. So we have a stacked deck of players for that one. It's going to be awesome. They're all going to be playing races from the new Spelljammer sourcebook, which just came out this week or last week or something like that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be the first time we've run a Spelljammer adventure here on the channel, so you don't want to miss it. It's going to be absolutely awesome, and I can't wait to have a front row seat to that one. It's going to be wild, and Christian's a cool guy and he's a great DM. So
Just gonna say,
yeah,
every time I have to miss a stream, you guys do something awesome.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry,
I didn't plan this.
Stop missing streams.
Christian, stop missing streams, and this won't happen to you. Christian sent me a message. He's like, "Hey,
I mean, if you want to pay me the $200 to $400 I'm gonna make from each of the gigs I skip a stream for, I'll turn up."
It's almost worth it. It's almost worth it. But no, he sent me a message. He's like, I wanna run this one-shot Spelljammer adventure, and I want to live stream it. And I was like, absolutely, we're gonna make that happen. Just so happens to be Mark's not going to be available, and he was like, that's perfect, because that's the date that I wanted to do it. So that is going to happen. Thank you very much for the raid, All Things Fantasy. I love you.
Bad. Hey guys,
thanks for joining us. We're just about to go for a short break, and I was just talking about some upcoming streams, so you might want to know about the one I was just talking about. The Flying Nostromo, our very first Spelljammer adventure right here on the channel. We're going to be running that this Friday or next Friday at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. I think it's the 2nd of September. Is that right? Someone check the calendar, because I'm getting all my dates mixed up. I've got too much going on. So yeah, we're going to be doing that. That's awesome. And then, of course, every Thursday, I am a part of the Wasonia Files over at the Valiant Odyssey stream. You need to check that one out as well. It's a lot of fun. I think we're up to episode 11 or 12 or something like that. I kind of lost track, but things are just about heating up right now. We're about to the last couple of episodes, there's just been bombshell after bombshell, and it's about to get really interesting. So if you haven't seen those, they are available on YouTube right now, and I want you guys to join us for the next episode, which is this Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time on the Valiant Odyssey's Twitch channel. Anyway,
right.
Back over to you, Mark.
Thank you. All right, so as we know from before, we have just had the help arrive from the nearby Rogues-Light Mead Hall. Bryce's trusty mount Alika has returned with the aid that was requested, and 3 of the mighty heroes from the party that first discovered the Rogues-Light Tavern have arrived to assist. But at the same time, the beating of leathery wings could be heard coming from the north, and just as Number 9 is dismounting from Alika the Pegasus, and the others are preparing themselves for combat. Kevril's taking a little bit of cover behind a corner. A shadow is cast over the square as a large black dragon circles overhead and then lands top beyond the dais.
I don't like that word.
Looking down at you all, it surveys what's going on. Its cruel eyes taking in each of you, that it can see from where it is anyway. Before it snarls in common, "You face Mudbane, Wrath of Galen. Prepare to die." And then we're going to go on a short break and come back with its turn at the top of the initiative order.
Amazing.
28
oh
initiative.
My gods. Man, he's
to cry.
It's a very dexterous black dragon, but I guess that
it's not.
Not? Oh, okay. All right. Well,
I have to ask one important question before we break. One real quick question for Mark, and I have a problem with this if you don't have a solid answer.
Okay.
If number 9 is here, who's serving drinks to Zelnanen at the tavern? Because
He's
I
behind
feel
the bar
like it
with
might.
his mouth. Like,
No, dude. Him and Gary, him and old Gary are hanging out in.
You cut out there.
Zelnan and old Gary are hanging out in the.
You cut out again.
It does this every time. It just chooses one thing that you're not allowed to say.
yeah.
Zelnan
The one thing
and
we
old
need
Gary.
Yes.
Zelnan and old Gary are hanging out in
I can't believe
the
this.
brew room.
Okay. All right. There we go.
Room. The room where he makes the beer.
We got it that time. Amazing.
Okay, good. I was
Yeah.
worried that his
but-
bartender was not available. So
No, it's fine.
fine.
Him and Gary are working on more beer. But isn't Zelnan currently off somewhere fighting?
Or a
Things in the
version of
cave.
Zelnan is off. Yeah, a version of Zelnan is off fighting something.
I'm pretty sure that was this version of Zelnan.
God damn it!
All right.
But who knows? He could be back by now. We haven't seen those guys in a while.
All right, ladies and
And so,
gentlemen.
yes.
Yeah.
And those guys who joined us in the raid, please stick with us. We'll be back very shortly. We're going to go for a short
Won't be
break.
long.
We won't be long. We're going to be back with all the D&D action that you want to see. We're midway through a combat and a black dragon has just joined us, and I want to kill my first black dragon. So this is not going to be long at all. We'll be back very shortly, guys. Stick with us, and we'll see you in a second.